Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? So the media viewing portion of Saints practice today is over, and our friend Mike Triplett noted there's 3 players absent from practice today. Juwan Johnson, Andrus Peat, and Lonnie Johnson. Carr continuing to throw during the open portion. I don't think that that's a great surprise considering he played last week, so I think we would just assume he would continue on. Mike Triplett did also tweet, Saints DC Joe Woods said, cornerback Paulson Adebo will remain the starter when healthy, as he notes parenthetically, which looks to be the case this week, despite how well back up Isaac Yiadom has played during his absence. So looks like Paulson Adebo will get back. And maybe the really good news about that is you've developed trust and confidence in Isaac Yiadom behind Paulson Adebo while he was out with this injury. Although the defense didn't have a stellar day on Sunday in the Dome against Tampa, and that sort of goes without saying when Baker Mayfield-led offense comes into the Dome and puts up 26 points and over 300 yards against, breaks the Saints streak of not allowing an opponent over 21 points, which had stretched into the end of last season. Still, the Saints defense is not the issue. We all understand that. You're going to New England and you're going to take on a team quarterbacked by Mac Jones, who was benched a week ago. They managed just 3 points. So between the Saints and the Patriots, neither team scored a touchdown a week ago, which is just incredible to see. And for the Saints, through 4 games, they've scored 4 offensive touchdowns. I'll repeat, the issue with the Saints right now, we all know, is not the defense. It's how in the world do you start to get this offense going a little bit? Remember earlier this week, Dennis Allen was asked about Pete Carmichael and if you'd make staff changes. And he deflected that. He said, we're not making staff changes. On Wednesday, when Dennis Allen met with media, he was asked the same question in a different way. He was asked his confidence with the offense as it is right now, with Pete Carmichael and Derek Carr. Here's what he said.
Yeah, we're focused on putting together a good plan for New England. I feel great about what we've done so far. We're going to keep working extremely hard to put our guys in the best position to be successful. We're studying the heck out of New England, both offensively, defensively, and in the kicking game. And then we'll go out there Sunday and have a good plan and go attack them.
Again, he completely deflected the question. The question was, what is your confidence level in Pete Carmichael, Derek Carr? And the answer was, well, we're putting together a good plan to go out and attack it. I don't know what you'd expect him to say, but in not answering the question, it certainly raises even more questions. So twice this week, Dennis Allen has dismissed or downplayed Pete Carmichael's role. Well, Derek Carr was asked about the talent on the offensive side of the ball, and he said, well, talent's not the issue.
We have the right kind of people in the room. We have people that know what they're doing. We have people that want to do it right, and they can do it right. We want to get back on track just as bad as everybody wants us to, and we know what we're capable of. So the best thing is we just go out there and try and prove it again this Sunday.
Okay, so I want to be clear. Dennis Allen says it's not Pete Carmichael's fault. He's got confidence in him. Derek Carr says it's not the personnel. We got the right people in the room. Now, Carr was asked about the players' confidence in Pete Carmichael.
We have great confidence. I can only speak for players. Right. From a player standpoint, we love Pete. We know what he brings. We know how smart he is. We see when we turn the film on, no, that's on me, or that's on you, or like talking player-wise. Like, we got to do that better for you, Pete. And I think once we play better and we execute better, hopefully, there won't be a target on his back because he's given his whole life to this city and this organization for a long time, and he's still the same amazing coach that he's been the whole time.
Okay, so Dennis Allen says it's not Pete Carmichael. Derek Carr says it's, in one sense, he's got the right people, and then he's asked specifically about Pete Carmichael, says we have to execute better. Okay, so nobody is really willing to point the finger, which I don't blame them at this point. But somebody is either lying or just wrong at this point. So which is it? And that will probably manifest this weekend. And my guess is it's both. I don't think Pete Carmichael has been particularly creative enough to get the Saints offense going and to take advantage of your playmakers, which you have. I mean, you come out of this last week and you realize Chris Olave had his lowest receiving yardage in his career, 1 catch, 4 yards. You get Alvin Kamara back and he has 13 receptions for 33 yards, which is the lowest receiving yard total in NFL history for a receiver having 13 receptions. There's never been a player of that many receptions with that few yards. It's almost incredible to think about the level of ineptitude. But this is going to tell you this weekend, going up to New England against a Patriots defense that is going to be without their best pass rusher and without a starting cornerback as well. Here was Bill Belichick talking about the Saints offense.
It starts the offensive line. A lot of good players up there. 4 number 1 picks. Explosive players at all the skill positions. I mean, start with Kamara. Got him back last week and got on the ball. Olave, Johnson. Obviously Thomas. These guys are all a problem. Shaheed, and then Hill's a versatile guy for him that they is going to touch the ball 5 to 10 times a game at various positions. Hard to know exactly where that's going to be. It's going to be a lot to prepare for defensively.
A lot to prepare for, a lot of talent. We all know that. Yet the Saints are averaging 15 points a game. And when you are averaging 15 points a game, which is 25th in the NFL, it is hard to look at anything other than coaching execution because you have the talent. But I'll remind you that a year ago, with Pete Carmichael, the Saints were 22nd in the NFL in scoring. That was 19.4 points per game. You had a full season of Pete Carmichael a year ago, which netted you 19 points. You made the change to bring in Derek Carr, and you've actually gotten worse, now averaging 15 points per game. For what it's worth, the Raiders last year with Derek Carr, I'm not pinning it all on Carr, I'm just pointing it out. 23 points per game, that was 12th in the NFL. So top half of the NFL, but keep in mind that was an offense that had Devontae Adams, that had Darren Walter, that had Josh Jacobs, that had Derek Carr, and was 12th in the NFL in scoring. Something like the answer is exposing itself. It is revealing itself to you here. And if you go up to New England and take on a New England Patriots defense that's without its best pass rusher and a starting cornerback, here replacing them this week, it just continues to show you again that the offense is broken. Now, if you go on the road and you put up 30 this week, we can have a very different conversation. We're sitting here on Monday. That, however, is hard to imagine happening for this New Orleans team heading up to New England as a 1-point dog. And by the way, the total in this game is 39.5. Vegas is telling you they think it's going to be a 20-19 game. And I don't necessarily disagree. I don't know if that's my exact final score prediction, but you're going to have a low-scoring game. Good defenses, bad offense. That's generally what this is going to net. See if the Saints go scratch out a win in New England. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.